A very good morning to all my dear students. In all the previous videos we have discussed about chapter number 1, chapter number 2 and chapter number 3. But today we will discuss about chapter number 4, pollination and fertilization. Pollination and fertilization. First of all, what is pollination? What is pollination? The process of transfer of pollen grains from the anther. Listen, be carefully. The process of transfer of pollen grains or pollen from the anther to stigma. From anther to stigma of flower is called pollination. Yes, you can see here another definition. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower is called pollination. Now you can see here this one is anther and this is a stigma. You know that pollen grains found inside the anther. Okay. When the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma, this one is stigma, these are all is stigma. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma of a flower is called pollination. The transfer of pollen grains may involve autogamy, geitonogamy and allogamy. First of all, we will discuss about autogamy. Transfer of pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of the same flower. Yes, you can see here, this one is hibiscus flower. You can see it. This is hibiscus flower and this is corolla and this one is anther and this is a stigma. The transfer of pollen grains, you know that pollen grains found inside the anther, the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of one flower, this is a one flower to the stigma of the same flower is called autogamy. Here, look here, this one is a flower, here anther and here is a stigma. Pollen grains found inside the stigma. When pollen grains reaches the stigma of same flower is called autogamy. Now, second is geitonogamy. Transfer of pollen to the stigma of different flower. You can see another example. Different flower on the same plant is called geitonogamy. Look here, this one is same flower, but here two flower. One flower is this and one flower is this. The anther of this flower or pollen grains of this flower, when pollen grains of this flower transfer to the stigma of this flower is called geitonogamy. Now you can see here this is a same plants of two flower, one is here and one is here. When this flower of pollen grains reaches to the same flower of same plants of another flower, this is called geitonogamy. Okay. Now, allogamy, transfer of pollen to the stigma of flower on different plants of the same species. You can see here, I have two plants of same species. Both are hibiscus families. Both is hibiscus flower, but here two different plants. Two different plants but same species. Okay. Now, when this pollen grains, this flowers of pollen grains reaches to the stigma of this flower, here to here, this is known as allogamy. You can see here, this is one plants and this is one plants, but both is same species. But these plants of pollen grains reaches to this plants of stigma. This is known as allogamy. Now, types of pollination. Second topic is types of pollination. There are two types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination and cross-pollination. First of all, we will discuss about self-pollination. What is self-pollination? Self-pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the same flower. Stigma to the same flower. Here, autogamy and geitonogamy is the example of self-pollination. Stigma of anther flower on the same plants, yani geitonogamy. This is known as self-pollination. Or self-pollination generally occur in bisexual flower. Self-pollination generally occurs in bisexual flowers and also in unisexual flowers born on the same plants. Okay. Now, advantages and disadvantages of self-pollination. What is advantage and what is disadvantage? First of all, we will discuss about advantages of self-pollination. It ensures pollination transfer. It avoids wastage of pollen. Second, less chance of failure of pollination. Parental characters are preserved. Fourth is purity of race. Is maintained. Parental characters are preserved. Now, fourth, flower do not develop devices for attracting insect pollinators. Now, disadvantage, new species and variety of plants are not produced. Here, new species and variety of plants are not produced. Genetic defects of the breeding plants cannot be removed. Because in this pollination there are same species. Adaptability to changed environment are reduced. Adaptability to changed environment are reduced. Now, immunity to diseases decreases. Now, cross pollination. What is cross pollination? Cross pollination is the transfer of pollen grains. Cross pollination is the transfer of pollen grains to the stigma of another flower. To the stigma of another flower. This is another. This one is first flower, and this is the second flower. Then cross pollination is the transfer of pollen grains to the stigma of another flower. The two wings borne by the separate plants. By the separate plants of the same species. This one is, both are same species. Okay. Now, nature favors cross pollination. Nature favors cross pollination. The flower have evolved several mechanisms and contrivances. Okay. First is unisexuality. Second is dichogamy. Third is self-sterility, hercogamy, and heterostyle. First of all, we will discuss about unisexuality. Unisexual flower means that male and female flowers are born on separate plants. This is called unisexual flower. You know that papaya. About papaya. This one is a papaya. Here, example of papaya. Papaya is a unisexual flower because here male and female flowers are born on separate plants. But we have male flower. Not a female flower. Okay. Now, dichogamy. Bisexual flowers, when anther and stigma mature at different times, the condition is known as dichogamy. Here there are two types of dichogamy, protandry and protogyny. Protandry and protogyny. First of all, in protandry, anthers mature earlier than stigma. When anther mature earlier than stigma. This is known as protandry. Now, in protogyny, here example is protandry. Example is lady's finger. Here you can see this one is lady finger's flower. In this flower, anther mature. This one is anther, side of pollen tube. This one is anther. Anther mature earlier than stigma. This is called protandry. Now, protogyny. Stigma of flower mature. Than anther. Stigma of flowers mature than the anther is called protogyny. Now, self-sterility. Pollen from one flower cannot germinate. Listen, be carefully. Pollen from one flower cannot germinate on the stigma of the same flower or on the stigma of flowers borne by the same plants is called self-sterility. Example is potato and orchids. Okay. Now hercogamy. When stigma and anther anthers at the same time, when stigma and anther mature at the same time, but self-pollination is avoided by some sort of barrier. Listen, be carefully. When stigma and anthers mature at the same time, but self-pollination is avoided by some sort of barriers, such as some distance, peculiar corolla, is called hercogamy. Now, example is Calotropis procera. Last one is heterostyly. It is a special device to ensure cross-pollination in those plants where male and female organs mature at the same time. Primrose. Example here is primrose. Here two flower. In both flower, stigma and anther are founded, but what is different, major different? Here in this flower, stigma larger than anther. Here anther larger than stigma. Okay. Now, advantages and disadvantages of cross pollination. Advantage of cross pollination: new variety can be produced here. Okay, new varieties can be produced. You know that in self pollination, no any new varieties produced there. Okay, but here a new varieties can be produced. Seed are abundant and good quality. Healthier offspring. Increase genetic variability. Lot of pollen is produced wasted. Now, flower may have to be large, so scented, have nectar. Pollination is not always sure. Pollination in cross pollination, disadvantage. Pollination is not always sure. Now, can destroy well adopted genotypes. Thank you, very thank you guys.